Hello friends, welcome to Biology Corner. Today we'll discuss the nutrition in the animals. So let's start. Our first point is nutrition in the animals. We know very well the plants are autotrophic in nature as they synthesize or manufacture their own food. Hence, they are known as the producers. But animals cannot synthesize their own food. Hence, they depend upon the other animals. Hence, they are heterotrophic in nature. And animals take the ready-made food and they take the external sources of food. For example, animal take the plant as food like rice, wheat, pulses, fruits, vegetables, etc. Similarly, the animal take other animal as their food like meat, eggs, fishes, then cheese, butter, curd, etc. Okay, and some plants are there who eat insect. For example, the pitcher plant and the Venus flytrap plant both eat insects. Okay, then according to the food habit or eating habit, or depending upon the eating habit or the food habit or the eating habit, the animals can be classified into three categories. First one is herbivores, and the second one is carnivores, and the third one is omnivores. We will briefly discuss about these three. Okay, so let's come to the herbivores. Herbivores are the plant eaters. Herbivores are the organisms who take the plants as their food. That means the organism who eat only the plant product. They are known as the herbivores. For example, cow, buffalo, ox, then horses, elephants, goats. These are comes under the herbivores. Okay, the herbivores are the plant eaters. Okay, then comes to the carnivores. The carnivores are the organisms. The carnivores are the organisms who eat only the animal product. That means they are only the animal eater. Okay, the carnivores are the organisms who eat only the animal product. That means the organism eat only the meat or flesh of other animal. They only eat the meat or the flesh of other animal. Okay, so the carnivores are the animal eater who eat the meat and flesh of other animals. That means these are the organisms who are the animal eater. Okay, then comes to the omnivores. Omnivores are the organisms who eat both the animal product and the plant product. Okay, the organisms who eat both the animal product and the plant product, these organisms are comes under the omnivores. What are the examples? The examples of the omnivores are human being, then crow, dog, and etc. Okay, again I am repeating, the animals is classified into three categories depending upon the food habit or the eating habit. First one is herbivores. The herbivores are the plant eater who eat only the plant products. For example, cow, buffalo, horses, ox, then elephants, goats. These are the examples comes under the herbivores. Then the carnivores. The carnivores are the organisms who eat only the animal product, or they are the animal eater. They eat other animals' meat and flesh. For example, tiger, then wolf, then snakes, lizards, lion. These are the examples comes under the carnivores. Okay, then comes to the omnivores. Omnivores are the organisms who eat both the animal product and the plant product. That means the organism eat both the plant product or the animal product. Okay, that means they are the both plant eater and the animal eater. Okay, examples are human being, and human being come under the omnivores. Then ant, then crow, dog. These are the example comes under the omnivores. Okay, now we'll briefly discuss the nutrition in the animals. Nutrition in the animals is takes place by 5 processes. That means the 5 processes involved in the process of nutrition in the animals. The 5 processes are involved in the nutrition in the animals. Okay, so first process is ingestion. Okay, the first process is ingestion. Second process is digestion. The 5 processes are involved in the nutrition in the animals. First is ingestion, second one is digestion, third one is absorption. Okay, then fourth one is assimilation. Okay, fourth one is assimilation, and the fifth one is the last one, that is the egestion. Okay, these 5 processes are involved the nutrition in the animals. The 5 processes are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. One by one we'll discuss. Okay, so come to the ingestion. What is ingestion? Ingestion is the first process in the nutrition in the animals. Okay, nutrition in the animals, the first process is ingestion. So what is ingestion? The intake of the food or taking of the food or eating of the food is known as the ingestion. So ingestion is a process in which taking of the food into the body is known as the ingestion. Okay, so simply the eating of the food or taking of the food inside the body is known as ingestion. The second one is the digestion. Okay, so after taking the food into the mouth, simultaneously the digestion process start. Okay, after taking the food into the mouth, simultaneously, suddenly the digestion process start. So what is digestion? We know the food is always complex, larger one, and the insoluble molecule. Okay, that means the larger insoluble molecule broken down into simpler and soluble molecule, that is digestion. So digestion is a process in which the larger insoluble food molecule is broken down into simpler and soluble molecule absorbed by the body is known as the digestion. That means the digestion makes the food soluble. The digestion makes the food soluble. Okay, then comes to the absorption. Okay, after the food is digested, it absorbed into the blood cell. How? Through the intestinal wall. Okay, so absorption is a process in which the digested food passes through the intestinal wall. It passes through the intestinal wall. Okay, passes through the intestinal wall into the blood cell. Okay, the fourth one is assimilation. Okay, after the food is digested and being absorbed, it enters into the each and every cell of the body. Okay, after each cell receive the digested absorbed food, it able to do work. That means it get energy, which is help in the growth and the repair of the body. Okay, so assimilation is the process in which the absorbed food passes to the each and every cell of the body. Okay, for energy, growth and repair of the body. That is the assimilation. Okay, and the last one is the egestion. Okay, always all food cannot be digested. The food cannot digested wholly. Okay, some food remain undigested, unabsorbed. Okay, so these food are need to be removed from the body. This process is egestion. So egestion is a process in which the removal of the undigested, insoluble or unabsorbed food from the body is known as egestion. Simply again I am repeating, the nutrition in the animals involves 5 processes. First is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption, fourth is assimilation, and fifth is egestion. First is ingestion. Intake of the food into the body is known as ingestion. Second is digestion. Digestion is a process in which the larger insoluble food broken down into simpler and soluble molecule or soluble food particle which is absorbed by the body is known as the digestion. The third step is absorption. The digested food passes through the intestinal wall. The digested food passes through the intestinal wall. Okay, the digested food passes through the intestinal wall into the blood cell, that is known as the absorption. Then fourth is assimilation. Assimilation is the fourth step in which the absorbed food enters into the each and every cell of the body, which helps the energy, growth and repair of the body. And lastly, the last process is egestion. It is the final process in which the undigested food, the unabsorbed food, on the remained food or the insoluble food is removed from the body by the process of egestion. Okay student, so we have covered the nutrition in the animals and different category of animals. Today this much. I hope you all understood. Okay, if you have any doubt regarding this topic, the nutrition in the animals, ask me in the comment box, and thank you. Have a good day.